Hello, Taylor. I wanted to show you what I see from my perspective. And so, with your editorial, for example, when I open it up and I click on those same dots over here and I download it, it looks like this. Now, it does have some notes, it does have some annotations, and that's good that you fix those. But, like, for example, here, you put at the end of the quote, you put Lefevre at all, which is okay. But it is supposed to have page or paragraph numbers there. Um, Here you have research by Lefevre, Dawson, and Morrow, 1999 reveal, and then you state what they reveal, but you don't have a citation after that one. So that's an entire citation that's missing. Okay, you fix the run on here, change the wording there. Now here's another citation. And in this one, you have, this is correct, but you have all this information here in this, and it should only be the page numbering. So that's a minor thing. It's not a big deal. Like I said, a lot of these things are minor, but the minor add up, right? Um, you fix drastic changes. Um, and this is just the editorial, right? Now notice what I see here is no hanging dent. This is the editorial. There's excess spacing here still between parts. That's a very minor thing. I wouldn't even worry about that. But the not being hang indented, that's a little bit of an issue. So that's something that I noted. Also, this should have been brought up here to fill in this spacing here. Again, minor, seems like very minor stuff, but there's a lot of minor stuff, so those add up. And that's just on there. Now if we look. Now, if we go down, we scroll down, we look at the next one, which is the research report, and I click on the dots, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so again, you do have some things here that you've indicated that you fixed. Your thesis statement doesn't really match the thing that the example that I provided. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I didn't go a little quite far enough. This report will examine the 80. So, no, that's fine. Thesis statement's fine. Literature review, I don't want to sound nitpicky, but it should be in bold. And again, there's some minor things. I probably wouldn't have even counted that. I might not have even noticed it. I don't remember if I mentioned that in my feedback to you or not. But yeah, some of these things are minor, but they do add up. And here we have that same issue where you have something that you've cited from Morrow, but you don't have a parenthetical to show me where it ends here. My assumption is that it ends, well, maybe it ends here. I'm just not sure. To me, it looks like it would end here. Yeah, I mean, because the way you've worded this, it sounds like this is you speaking, not a quote or a paraphrase. So there should have been this, not the year. The year goes with the author. There should have been a parenthetical here with page number or paragraph number in it. Same here. You introduce him here, but there's nothing to show me where the source, if this is a paraphrase or whatever it is, it doesn't. I don't see anything to show me where it ends. In the way of a parenthetical with a page number or paragraph number. So that's issues, and that's an important issue because without the parentheticals at the ends of sentences that are at the ends of quotes and paraphrases, it's hard for your audience, for me, to tell where your source material starts and stops. So that's one of the most important things is the citations. So those are the things that count the most. Here we have something from Weiler, but you don't have a citation to show me where it ends. So these are issues that were the bigger issues. Um, Let me see. Also, here you didn't have a graphic, and the graphic's important. The graphic is one of the major requirements. You also did not talk about the gap in the research, as far as I can tell here. I don't remember if I said anything about that in my notes to you or not, but I'm noticing now, and it would have counted. Maybe it would have counted even more. So you might have got a better grade than I would have than you would have gotten if now that I'm looking and noticing some of these other things that are missing. Um, I also don't see um, anything where you say anything about the methods at the in any kind of an issue with your primary research. And also, I don't even see anything about your primary research. Um, you talk about scholarly articles. Primary sources include, yes, see that you don't even say, it appears you didn't even do your own primary research. That's a big deal. Actually, I mean, I'm not going to do it, but actually, that now that I'm looking at this a lot more closely and realizing that you didn't include that and the gaps and stuff, your report probably should have had a lesser grade than I gave it. But I'm not going to hold that against you because I've already given you the grade I'm going to give you, and I'm not going to count it any more against you than I've already have. So you're still going to stay with a B, but actually, based on this, it might have brought you down to more like a B minus. Um, probably might have still been a B, but it would have been a lower B, um, or a C plus. But probably I probably wouldn't have gone that far. I try to give a person the benefit of the doubt and not hit anybody too hard. So your results section is very brief. It's only a paragraph and a little bit more than, and then a little bit of a second paragraph. That should have been probably a page or two long. The results section should be a thorough discussion of what your research showed from your sources, and also the source information compared to your primary research in form of whether that would have been a interview or a poll or a survey, and how those work together. So all that stuff's missing, and that's making this look a lot more problematic than I even realized. So um, I'm thinking maybe you might want to just go ahead and, and take what you've got here, because if I make any changes, it would probably be to reduce the grade because of that, because of those things. But I'm not going to do that, like I said. So yeah, there are some issues there. Now this one you have properly hanging indented it, and again, this excess spacing is minor. I wouldn't really even count that against it. So as you can see, there are some things that are in error, are wrong with it. And then your final portfolio, what did I say about that? It's wonderfully done, minor things here and there. So let's take a look so I can show you what I was seeing in there. Your memo is fine, nice and long, fine. These should start on their own page. Now, I didn't really take anything much off of that, but that's just a minor thing that can add up. Everything should have started on its own new page. But you do have the exercise titles properly done. So your exercises are good. That one started on the right page, so that was good. Works cited page here is not hanging indented. Excuse me. Exercises look good for the most part, but again, you got to have all of these entries, all these works cited pages should have looked the way they're supposed to look with hanging indent. So that's might seem like a trivial thing, but the citations and that kind of stuff is the most important thing, because that's what one of the big things you're learning, that we're supposed to be helping you to learn in this class, is how to cite stuff properly. Because this class 102 is all about the research, really more than anything else, and citations. So you see, most all of your exercises still haven't been fixed as far as that's concerned. Skip on here to the exercise 7. Now here's your miscellaneous item. There's one miscellaneous item, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your miscellaneous items. Really, miscellaneous items are good, but what the problem with them is, they're rather than like completing these boxes, you just put these little post-it notes on it, and that's just not very thorough, right? This is just not a very thorough, um, like note taking. It's pretty minimalistic. So that's why I wrote that about, they need more detail. It should have been a little bit more thoroughly written. Um, so I guess that's the same thing. It just went all the way back to the top somehow. Okay, so that's it. That's basically my feedback back to you. And like I said, now that I've taken a closer look at the report and seen some things in the report that I didn't see before, the grade that you got is probably better than I really would have given it had it not been for that my mistake there of not really looking at it more thoroughly. So as you can see, that's the reason. And if you factor those things in with the fact that you only got a B in your turning work in on time and a B in your participation, those three B's can only make a B. So I gave you a B plus because I felt like it deserved a B plus, but a B, those three B's can't add up to more than a B, right? So if you have any other questions, you can ask. If you still have issues, you're still not satisfied, you can question it. You can write to my coordinator and ask her about it. My coordinator is Sarah. Well, the only one I actually have a coordinator that's lower than Sarah, but Sarah's the only one I can think of. Amanda Berardi Tennant is one of them. Amanda Berardi Tennant or Sarah Morris. You can easily find their names. You can easily look their names up in the college there, or even call the college if you wanted to talk to them or something. But yeah, that's the grade. I'm afraid the grade's going to have to stand just based on everything I've said here in the video. So I hope I wish you the best. Taylor, I hope you understand. There's absolutely nothing against you as a person because I don't even know you. It's basically all boils down to what the grade earned, what I felt it was earned, and so that's going to do it for this video.